Hello students. In today's lecture, we will see about the static data member and member function in C++. I'm Sweetie Singhal, Assistant Professor in JCRC Foundation. So start with the topic. So first of all, we will define the static keyword. So we can define class member static using static keyword. When we declare a member of a class is static, it means no matter how many objects of the class are created, there is only one copy of the static member. A static member is shared by all objects of the class. All static data is initialized to 0 when the first object is created, if no other initialization is present. So now let's see the static function members. So by declaring a function member is static, you can make it independent of any particular object of the class. A static member function can be called even if no objects of the class exist and the static function are accessed using only the scope of this class. A static member function can only access static data member, other static member functions, and any other functions from outside the class. Static member function have a class scope and they do not have access to this pointer of the class. You could use a static member function to determine whether some objects of the class have been created or not. So this is about the static function members. Now we'll see about the programming part of static data member, static function members. Now we'll see the programming part, that is of static data member and static function. Here is our first header files, hash include iostream, then using namespace standard. Here we define our class, that is employee class. We declare data members ID and count. Here you can see we declare static word before the data member count. So that means this data member is of static type. Now we declare the class as public and we define some functions like set data and get data. Here also we declare a function that is of get count and it is again of static type. This method we use to get the number of total employees. Okay, so first of all, in the first para, we ask for the ID of the employee. Then when we get the ID, then the employer number will be counted and then we get the count. Here we use scope resolution operator to access our static keyword, static data member like count. Here is our main class, that is. Here we declare 3 employees, Harry, Rohan and Rohit. Then Harry called the set data. The value will be, the function set data is called here. Then the value will be set that there and then we call the function get data and employee get count. Here you can see we use scope resolution operator. Why? Because this is a static function. Same for the Rohan and same for the Rohit. So this is about our static data member and static function. Now we'll execute our program. Let's suppose I put the employer ID as 15. So the ID of this employee is 15 and the employer number is 1. And the value of the count is 1. So this is the result of our static member function and static data member. Thank you.